very much, thank you. My name is Tim the Piano Man. I'm a piano player from Memphis, Tennessee. That was Moon River. I'm thrilled to be here, and I'm going to play a song now called I Found My Thrill. Oh, you've heard it before? Sorta. Here it is. Thank you, we're a great audience. Thank you very much. Here's another song I hope you enjoy. This one's called Blue Moon. much. Thank you. Here's another one I hope you enjoy. Remember, if you have a request, just let me know. If I know your song, I'll play it. If I don't know it, I'll play something else. This one's called Someone to Watch Over Me. That's a song called Someone to Watch Over Me. My name is Tim the Piano Man. Here's another song I hope that you enjoy. Thank you very much. Thank you. That is Somewhere Over the Rainbow. That's from The Wizard of Oz. Remember, if you have a request, just let me know. If I know it, I'll play it. If I don't know it, I'll play something else. Maybe you'd like to hear this next one. It's called Love is a Many Splendored Thing. Thank you. Thank you very much. What a great audience. Thank you. Here's another song I hope you enjoy. That's right. You got it. You got it. This one's called Stardust. a great audience. Thank you. That's a tune that was written by Hoagie Carmichael. And Hoagie Carmichael, well, he also wrote this next one. It's called Old Buttermilk Skies. Hope you enjoy it. Thank you very much. Thank you. What a great audience. Thank you so much. Here's some more Hoagie Carmichael. This one, you may have heard it before. It's called Georgia on My Mind. much. What a great audience. Thank you. That is Georgia on My Mind. Now, how about a song called The Stars Fell on Alabama? It's a good one. Thank you. What a great audience. Thank you very much. Remember, if you have a request, just write it on something small like a $100 bill and put it in my pocket. Of course, you can always just raise your hand if you think of something. If you're enjoying the repertoire that I have chosen today, then that's fine too. Let's see. How about a song? How about New York, New York? much. Thank you. What a great audience. That's New York, New York. In the Mood by the Glen Orchestra. Yes, ma'am. I'll do it. That's a great request. Audience. That is In the Mood by the Glen Orchestra. So far, when it comes to requests, today I'm 1 for 1, which is 100%. For Elise. Let's see, I think I could do that. Thank you very much. So far with requests, I'm 2 for 2. 200%. You must have been a teacher. You were? That's great. Well, yes, ma'am. Oh, you were too. That's great. Well, I can learn a thing or two about mathematics, I think. Here's another one I hope you enjoy. This one's called the St. Louis Blues. What can I do for you?
You probably don't know that town. I want to go back to Michigan.
I don't know that one. I'm sorry. You got me there.
My husband's going to be buried up there next week.
I'm sorry.
It's a great song.
I'll have to check that one out. I don't know off the top of my head, though. Thank you very much. Thank you. My name's Tim the Piano Man. I got time for just one more song for y'all today. I have enjoyed entertaining y'all. This one's called What a Wonderful World. much. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. That's it for me for today. I've got 2 CDs that I brought. If you're interested, if you want to buy them, they're $20 each. And that's it for me. Thank you, folks. Have a great afternoon. Bye-bye. That's always nice. If there's one here, I'll take it. If not, we can get it to my address. Sure. You as well. It's a privilege to be able to entertain your residents. Oh, good. If you have a request, let me know. Thank you. Am I going to get rid of it? Oh no. It has taken me too far. And it has much farther to go. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Niske, I didn't mean to hide you. Don't know how that happened, actually. Well, that's nice. It's nice to get paid the day of the performance. I always appreciate that. My name's Tim the Piano Man. I just played my 3rd gig of the day, and I'm going to my 4th gig of the day. I play piano at retirement communities. This is how I'm making my living these days. And I'm not mad at it. I am not mad at it. It's work, you know, you gotta put in the effort, but it's rewarding, both financially and emotionally. I mean, I just played piano for some really sweet old folks, mostly old ladies on this particular gig. I think there was one old gentleman there, but it seems like, in my experience in the United States, in the southern United States, that ladies tend to live longer on average. I wonder why that is. Maybe ladies are generally more risk averse. Maybe, I don't know. What do you guys think? But I made good time there. I got out at a reasonable manner. Check out my album. It's called Panoply, Panoply. It's on all major streaming platforms. Panoply. I tried to sell some CDs today, but I'm not really into it recently. I need a good pitch. I made a bunch of CDs. I've made a lot more money selling CDs than I have streaming, which is funny. I think you need like a hit song in order to really get paid streaming. Like, make serious money. The way in the music business that I'm making money is by playing shows. And as a solo piano player, who plays mostly solo, in fact, I would say 99% solo these days, I make good money. It's nice to have work and to be well compensated for doing something that is the center of your skill set. Now, I didn't always really like playing piano professionally. Like, part of me there was a time when I was struggling with whether or not I was going to do this as a hobby and a passion and an art, or as a job. And I guess I could say the album's called Panoply. It's at Big Hutch, UK. Panoply. It's under Panoply, Tim the Piano Man. Thanks for asking. There was a time when I was figuring out whether or not I was going to do this as an art and a passion and a hobby, or if I was going to do it full time. Because to me, there seemed to be this dichotomy there. Part of me was thinking that I can't do it as an art and do it as a job at the same time. And I think that was a false dichotomy. It was a naive, but in a way it was coming from a pure place, I think. I didn't want to compromise my art. But here's what happened is I had to make money. I had to eat. And piano playing was by far the skill set that gave me the most money for what I was doing, particularly playing piano at retirement communities. So I started doing that, and I started making money, and I was able to quit my job, my delivery job. I was delivering pizzas and chicken wings, and I was able to quit that job to go full-time, mostly full-time, into piano playing, which was okay, But it took me a while to kind of get off the ground. It took me a while to get the right orbital velocity. No, not orbital velocity, escape velocity. That's what I needed, escape velocity. Took me a while to get that. But once I got it, once I got that escape velocity, then I did a good about 2 years, 1 3/4 years of playing full time, and then March 2020, my gigs stopped for some weird reason. And so I took other work and I did that for about a year. And I didn't know if gigs were going to come back because there was a very uncertain time. It was an uncertain time. So I got a license in real estate, sold a couple houses, but it wasn't profitable for me. And I didn't like it. I didn't like being a buyer's agent. So when I was able to get more gigs, and I was certain that the gigs would come back, then I just went full force into the gigs. Just full force. And that's what I'm doing today. And these days, I'm playing gigs at retirement communities. And I like it. I'm grateful. Big Hutch UK, shout out. Thanks for the love. See you in the next one. Have a great day. Yeah, my album is Panoply, Panoply. Even the most erudite, learned people in my life mispronounce that title. So maybe I'll title my next album something a little bit more accessible. Everybody wants to pronounce it Panoply. But Panoply is a good word. It accurately articulates the content of the album, which is cool, because it's an array. Perhaps splendid array is a little, I don't know if I can call it splendid or not. I think there's a variety. There's a variety. I don't know if I can call it splendid, but that's the definition of Panoply, splendid array. A splendid array. And you can check it out on major streaming platforms. Panoply, Tim the Piano Man. Thanks for all the subscribes, by the way. I'm on my way to my next gig, and I got a little lost. I'm in Little Rock, and I ended up in the hood. But I'm back on the highway now. That was pretty exciting. It looks like there's some investment going on, though. Looks like some people are turning these houses into Airbnbs and that kind of thing, remodeling, rehabbing. That's a good business to be in if you know how to rehab. If you know how to rehab a house. See, I learned a lot about real estate when I got my license, because I had to take the test, and I went down a bunch of YouTube rabbit holes, started watching Bigger Pockets. I thought that was cool. It seemed like a great way to build wealth, but I didn't have what it took initially. I don't have the expertise or the connections, or maybe I do have the connections, but not the expertise, not the experience to rehab a house. It's a business. One thing that I like about real estate is that there's this rabbit hole, this branch of real estate called wholesaling, in which anyone in the United States that I know of, and this isn't legal advice, so please check with your lawyer before you do this, but from what I understand, anybody can get a house under contract and then sell the contract to an end buyer, like an investor. So, if you're somebody that wants to learn how to do that, one reason to do that is because it's a good way to make extra money. It's a side hustle, and it is a hustle. It can be a main hustle, I suppose, but it takes a lot of work to drum up the deals. And deal flow and getting the deals is really what that game is about. You can make a lot of money doing that. What I am doing, though, See, I learned something about myself. I learned that what I like to do is I don't really like B2C. So B2C is business to customer, direct to consumer. You know, if I can create something like a product that people want, that's not a huge purchase, like a house, that's a lot more amenable to me. But I prefer doing business with retirement communities because I understand how these businesses operate and what their incentives are, so I can just communicate my value in terms that make sense to them, so it's an easy yes. I didn't like being a buyer's agent as a real estate agent because it was harder to navigate for me. It was just trickier. I just didn't like it that much. Most of my deals, though, were really good, but there was, like, I had 4 deals. They were really good, and the 4th one, or maybe it was the 3rd one, but one of them was the deal from hell. And it put me through so much angst and chagrin and anxiety that I determined that it wasn't worth it. Like, that's a lot. Like, I mean, usually pretty chill, and a lot of the time I can let anything just kind of fall off my back, like water off a duck. I like that good old boy phrase, water off the back of a duck. I don't know if that's originally a good old boy phrase. Maybe it's an English phrase, I don't know. But you know what I mean? Like, I usually don't let things bother me, but that deal happened to bother me. Hey, thank you very much. Thanks for joining from Argentina. Gracias, gracias. Shout out to my international and national audiences. I am in the United States. Les États-Unis. Grateful to be here. I'm in Little Rock, Arkansas today, driving to my next gig. I'm a piano player, y'all. And I'm super grateful for YouTube because YouTube lets me stream and drive at the same time. So I can talk to y'all in between shows. Schedule today. It's pretty busy. I have 4 or 5 shows scheduled. And the reason I say 4 or 5 is because the 5th one, I thought it was supposed to be every other month, but for some reason it's showing up as every month on my calendar. Now, I don't know if I'm supposed to be there or not, but I'm going to find out. I am going to find out. Yeah, playing piano full time, I didn't think it was possible, but it is definitely possible. It is very possible. Especially if you do it the way that I do it. I play piano at retirement communities, and you know, I try to be kind of low-key with my financials, but I need to tell y'all that I play about 60 shows a month. 60 shows a month. And every show, most every show is an hour long. So that's 60 hours. That's 15 hours on average a week. On average. Now, there's travel time to the gig, so I have to drive to the gigs, and I'm driving outside of Memphis, so there is a lot of driving involved. If you don't include the driving, though, it's very good. It's very lucrative. So if you're a piano player who wants to learn how to play piano at retirement communities, check out my book, Easy Piano Gigs. It's on Amazon. Easy Piano Gigs. Tim the Piano Man. Or you can also just search how to get gigs. How to get piano gigs. It's a great resource. And you can do this full time. You don't even have to be the best piano player out there. You just have to learn how to work with seniors. And they're a unique population, and you have to play their songs. But it's so rewarding. It's like playing for 1,000 grandparents. It's amazing. It's amazing. I love it. It's super rewarding, and they love it. And you're going to make their day. And that's part of why it's rewarding.